समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम 25th week of the Vedānta Jñana Yajña. Last week we have spoken of Maya. Maya is that which you see, but it is only appearance, not in real. Thousands of years ago, the seer scientists, we call them rishis, they contemplated deeply upon the problem of mankind. They realized that in the world there is so much to gain, so much to attain, because there is so much of variety. But something which every person wants is always fleeting, and that is peace, happiness, calmness and joy. It is fleeting, it keeps coming and going. With this question in the mind, the rishis, the seer scientists, after searching the answer in the world, they turn towards themselves, to the mind, towards the self. Contemplating upon these questions, they went deeper into the mind's realm, from the mind to the deepest realm called the intellect. And from there they transcended from the manifest to the unmanifested self. And there they realized the answer, that if man wishes to have permanent, uninterrupted and continuous joy, he has to return to oneness. Ekameva advitiyam. No duality, but single. One singularity, which is the self. Upon realizing this, when they came to the world again, they saw the same consciousness, existence in each and every person, in each and every creature, whether living, non-living. And that was the answer to the permanent joy and happiness, seeing the sameness, samata. So, what was that they found? They found infinity. What is infinity? We have spoken about this in the past classes. Satyam, truth. Jnanam, knowledge. Anantam, that is infinite. That eternal truth is explained as not only just the truth, but also existence, and that which is infinite. We call it by the name of Brahman. Brahman means pure consciousness. Why do we call it pure consciousness? Let us think about it. Something which is infinite, which is so large, so big. Whenever we use the term big, it is always limited to the noun that it is being used with. An elephant is big. How big is elephant? As big as its body. But this we are talking about infinite. This is so big, bigger than anything else. When there is so vast, anything which is so vast, it's got to be pure, because nothing that is there can impure it. Just like one drop of salt in the sea is not going to make any difference to the sea. In the same way, like we gave an example in the last time, the projector projects the film on that screen behind. Whatever you may project on the screen remains untouched, unadulterated, pure. This is how we call the real truth as the substratum of all, Brahman, which is infinite, changeless. And from this Brahman came this entire world. But if the Brahman is unchanging and infinite, how is that this world, which is constantly changing and finite, come out of it? It becomes a paradox. And this is what we spoke about last time. Maya. Maya, the infinite power of that Brahman with its own qualities. Which are these qualities? There are three qualities of Maya. One, Sattva, the purity. Second, Raja, the activity. And Tama, non-activity or the dullness or the negativity. So, positivity, purity, activity, anxiousness, wanting to do things, and dullness. Don't we all go through these things every time, wherever you see? These are the qualities of Maya. When we wonder, then how that only three things coming together make so much of the variety? The answer is very simple. As Gurudev has said, only three things are required to make a cup of coffee. But when you go to south of France, the same cup of coffee has the three things: little bit of milk, the decoction of the coffee, and a little bit of sugar. But there, south of France, it is different. In the north of France, it is different. Italy, it is different. Germany, it is different. Why? Come to India. In Gujarat, the same coffee will be so sweet that the South Indian can never love it. And in the South, they will sparingly put any sugar. It is so bitter that we can't have it. So many combinations just by the three. Imagine, these are limited three things which are mixed and so many combinations can be made. We are talking about Maya, the power which is infinite. How many combinations can it make? It is infinite combination. But how does it all come to be? In our experience, whenever we see a thing, whenever a thing is created, there are principally two aspects to that. One, the material cause by which it is made. So the material that is and the product that comes out of it is nothing but a transformation of the same material. For example, mud is transformed into a mud pot. It could be a pot, cup, plate, anything. But essentially, the plate, the pot and the tray is only mud in a transformed form. But did it happen on its own automatically? No. There was another cause which is called the efficient clause. Means the potter, the intelligence of the potter and the beautiful hand movement of the potter. Right? So when these two things come together, one the material cause and the efficient cause, when it comes together, materials change and another material or another item is made. Taking the same thing forward, then what is the material by which the entire universe is made? And the second question, that is the material. And who is that who has the intelligent cause behind, who has made that material into change? As we have already spoken, that the subtlest, the purest and the cause of all cause is nothing but that Brahman, the self within all of us. But then what is the material cause? This is where the combination, the permutation and the combination of Maya's three gunas, Sattva, Raja and Tama, they evolve into the Pañcamahābhūta. Let me read this one beautiful mantra. This mantra is also from the Upanishads, from the Vedas. As it says, the evolution of elements. Tatah akasha sambhutah
Akashad Vayuh, Vayostejah, Tejas Apah, Adbhyah Prithvi.
The first thing that evolves is Akash. Akash, ether, or the entire space. Now, we need to understand that the subtlety of anything is measured by the pervasiveness of it, and second, by the qualities that it has. Anything that has many qualities, it means it has got more mixture. That means the purity is less, the pervasiveness is less. The lesser the quality, least quality, the more pervasive it is. Therefore, Brahman has absolutely no attribute. Therefore, it is all pervasive. But Akash has got one quality, and that is Shabda or sound. Sound waves travel in space. From Akash came, the evolution next came as air. Air has got two qualities. One, air can be felt, isn't it? We feel air. And second, air also has the sound to it. So there are two qualities. Therefore, sound and touch. It is slightly less pervasive than the Akash. Third emerged out was fire. Fire emerged or evolved from air. It is less pervasive than air and has the qualities of sound, touch and form. Till now, space we were not able to see. We were not able to hear or feel anything of space. But air, we started hearing air and feeling air, but we couldn't see air. Now fire also has another thing which is called the form. Don't we see the form of fire? So for the first time, the form evolved. And then from fire came water, which is even less pervasive. And in water, what are the things that is there? Speciality of water? Taste. Though water itself is tasteless, but only when water comes to your mouth, you say, oh wow, it's very tasty. But in a dry mouth, you can never feel any taste, isn't it? What a unique quality. Water has that unique quality of taste. And finally, from water emerged the earth, which has one unique quality and the other quality is also, which is called smell. Earth smells. Right. If you really want to smell earth, really wait for the first rain to come. When the first rain falls on the ground, in Hindi it is called Ondi Ondi Khushbu. A very gentle, subtle smell which really fills up your whole heart. And in this way, one after the other, each of these elements came into being. But mind you, these elements we are talking of are so subtle that our organs cannot perceive them. Please do not misunderstand those subtle elements which are called Pañcamahābhūta as the elements that we are looking at it today. There has been a transformation of that subtle elements to the gross elements that we feel and see. And this transformation of subtle to the grosser aspect is called the evolution of the five elements. In the next class, we are going to take each and every guna of the Maya, Sattva, Raja and Tama individually and explain to us that how this creation has taken place. So, do we understand now that creation is all because of Maya? If we start understanding this, then we have understood nothing. Because before starting and saying anything about Maya, we had clearly mentioned that Maya without the energy, the power, the support of Brahman is nothing. So the subtlest of all is Brahman. Through the Maya of itself, to the power of Maya, the three gunas of Maya, in their permutation and combination comes these subtle elements. But in and through all these subtle elements is that truth, that one intelligent cause which is called Brahman. And how this unfolds, we will take it up in detail from next class onwards. I am sure each one of you are waiting eagerly to know how does this thing work? How does 3 become 5 and 5 it becomes many? This is so beautifully explained in our Shastra. Today we will take a Madhya Viram, and please pay attention, specific attention on these words called Brahman, Maya. These are very important words. Once you are clear in your mind with this, there will be no confusion left. Kindly, let us join our palms and thank Bhagavan, thank our Gurus who have given this beautiful knowledge to us to share. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om to one and all. Hari Om.